Hey Bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we're making this gorgeous eucalyptus and mint foot butter. And so this was sort of born out of like the eucalyptus and mint sort of theme that I've been doing on the blog recently, but a lot of the legwork for the butter blend was done as part of the coursework that I'm doing for the Formula Botanica course that I'm working my way through right now. And so this, I am just so smitten with this consistency. Like it's quite firm, but still like beautifully soft when you kind of get your finger in there. And it sort of melts down quite quickly on the skin. It's not too greasy. Like I tend to make foot products like a little greasier than I would make products for say like my hands or my face, but I still don't like them to be super, super heavy and greasy. So a blend of shea butter and mango butter gives us this nice like lighter weight consistency, and then a touch of cornstarch also really helps with that. So I'm just so smitten with this. And then something else that we're doing today is a technique that I've learned as part of this Formula Botanica course to help reduce or eliminate the graininess that can sometimes happen, especially when you're working with shea butter. And so we're going to be doing this one in a heated phase and cool phase, and then we'll be bringing it sort of to trace like you would with soap in an ice bath before forming it. And so I did a ton of experiments with this using this method before I went to Australia. So that's about a good 2 months now. And they're all still lovely. I haven't really seen any graininess happen, so that's awesome. So yeah, this is a lovely, fresh smelling body butter. It's easy to make, feels gorgeous, simple ingredients, beautiful end product, just mwah. Oh yeah, let's go make this. We're going to begin by combining our heated phase ingredients in a small heat-resistant glass measuring cup. So this is a 250 milliliter or 1 cup Pyrex measuring cup with a pouring spout. So you're going to need 12.5 grams of mango butter, 10 grams of shea butter, and this is refined shea butter, and 5 grams of cornstarch. And just a reminder, if you don't have any of these ingredients and you want to look at making substitutions, please click through to the full blog post on my blog. That's linked down in the description box, or it's at humblebeeandme.com. I have a ton of information on substitutions there, so very much worth the click. So to melt everything together, we're going to pop our measuring cup in a water bath. So this is a small saucepan with about 1 inch or 3 centimeters of water in the bottom of it. And I'm going to go put this on the stovetop over medium heat for about 20 minutes to melt everything through. While we wait for our heated phase to melt, we'll prepare our cool down phase. So in this beaker, I have 20.5 grams of safflower oil, and you could use a different lightweight oil like sunflower seed oil or almond oil would also be a great choice. So here we have our vitamin E oil, and we're going to add 1/4 gram. And if you haven't transferred your highly viscous vitamin E oil into a little squeeze bottle like this with a disc top, I can't recommend it enough. It makes life so much easier. Then we're going to add 1.37 grams of peppermint essential oil. So that was about 32 drops. And we're going to add 0.375 drops of Eucalyptus globulus essential oil, and that's approximately 12 drops. So you can give that a bit of a swirl to combine. We will be scraping it out of there, so I'm not too fussed about getting it all mixed up now, and we will be adding this during the cool down phase. Once everything is melted through, you can remove the saucepan from the heat and then remove our measuring cup from our water bath. And you can set the water bath aside because we're done with that. I'll just give this a quick dry off here. And you'll need to stir to get the starch to incorporate, as it will just sort of sink to the bottom if you don't. And as you can see over here, I have a prepared ice water bath. So that is where we're headed with this next to speed along the cool down process. So make sure you're scraping down the sides and reincorporating that into the mixture. And after about a minute in this ice water bath, we're going to add our cool down ingredients, which I've got right here. So what we're looking for at this point in time is a bit of trace. So if you're a soap maker, you will be familiar with this concept. And we're looking for a fairly light trace, but we're looking for a trace nonetheless. So when I'm sort of drizzling a little bit of this liquid over top, we should sort of see a trace of it remain for an instant. And this will help reduce graininess. And this is a great little tip and technique I learned from the Formula Botanica course that I am currently working my way through. So this part's not particularly scintillating, but it does yield wonderful results, and I think is worth the extra bit of effort. So that's good there. You can see it's got some added viscosity to it. And when I drizzle a little bit of liquid along the top there, you can see just a trace of it, just for an instant, not much, but that's what we want. So let's grab our package. So this is a flat 2-ounce tin, and you can get them from Windy Point Soap Making and quite a lot of other DIY supply shops, and I think even Amazon has them. So we'll just do a good scrape around here and pour. And we're gonna leave that to set up. When it's set up, which will take at least an hour since there's no wax in there, you can pop a label on your tin and you're done. So I love the consistency of this butter. You can see that it's just like, it's so creamy and rich and just gorgeous. Melts down really quickly, has really, really lovely slip. And it's definitely a bit oily since, you know, this is for feet, but it's not really heavy and greasy. You can see that this is already, like, there's definitely a bit of a satiny sort of sheen on my hands, but it's not really, really, really oily or anything. It's really quite lovely. So there you go. You just made a mint and eucalyptus foot butter. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and do remember to click through to this recipe on my blog. So that's down in the description box, where you'll find all of the ingredients written out with the amounts, and you'll find links to all of the ingredients and a lot more information on this recipe with all the instructions written out, and a big long list of information on substitutions as well, just in case you don't have something. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.